You should be here.
You should be here.
Despite all the controversies surrounding Carnival festivity. Red I rise in a point of order. Why you sitting on this side? Sit on this side! When we getting back on the road, we don't know. When we getting back in the night, we don't know. When we go till and wine again, we don't know. What if Carnival sail on the ark again? We don't know. One thing we know, we want back with Carnival.
You should be here.
One thing for sure, we need back.
So clean, now you got me tipsy. Yeah, not gonna waste time. I'm gonna take what's mine. Yeah, I've been counting blessings, and really you've been looking like the best one. You got me crazy, can't stop spinning on the daily. Never felt like this, so just maybe. I hate the liars since I set my eyes on you. I don't care what they say.
You should be here.
Away, hard on the OD, hold it down for when you see me.
Oh, I'm missing, I'm missing, I'm missing. Oh, I'm missing, I'm missing, I'm missing. Yeah, oh, I miss how we just party. Have fun with everybody and touch down every party. But we can. I miss when the joke them pass and the brothers a bit on.
You should be here.
Juve man, it is for the man. We don't wake up early out of the bed. And Juve is part of the culture, and we can't forget where we come from. Red blood, I rise in a point of order.
You should be here.
This side, sit on this side. When we getting back,
You should be here.
when we getting back in,
You should be here.
when we go till and wine again. We don't know.
You should be here.
What if Carnival sail on the ark again? We don't know.
You should be here.
We know we want back with Carnival.
You should be here.
One thing for sure, we need back.
The National Talented Teen Pageant is back and bigger than ever. 9 ambassadors from 9 schools set to compete for the coveted title. Keon High School, Miss Brenna Paul. Washington Archibald High School, Kajoy Isaac. Charles E. Mills Secondary School, Saya Mason. Fritz High School, Takaila Hart Johnson. Bastia High School, Zara Humphrey. Immaculate Conception Catholic School, Michaela Martin. Gingerland Secondary School, Hadassah Daniel. Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, Malia Erskine. Advanced Vocational Educational Center, Rihanna Hodge. Be sure to follow the Ambassador's Journey to the Crown at SKN Carnival on all social media platforms.
The National Carnival Committee presents the 5 ambassadors set to compete in this year's National Carnival Queen Pageant. Contestant number 1, Traficia Edwards. Contestant number 2, Akila Handley. Contestant number 3, Michaelia Stevens. Contestant number 4, Sharicia Caesar. Contestant number 5, Shafia Gishard. One title, one crown. Who will emerge victorious? Be sure to follow the ambassador's journey to the crown and stay tuned to the SKN Carnival on all social media platforms.
I've asked you, and then I ask you over again. You only answer, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. If you don't make your mind up, we'll never get started. And I don't want to wind up being part of broken heartaches. So if you really love me, say yeah, but if you don't care, confess. And please don't tell me perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. You were made to love me, and so how am I able
were made to love, and so how am I able to know? You only answer, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. A million times I've asked you, and then, man, I asked you over again. You only answer, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. If you don't make your mind up, we'll never get started. And I don't wanna wind up being part of broken heartaches. So if you really love me, say yeah. And if you don't care, confess. And please don't tell me perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Whoa, whoa, yeah, I've got to get her, say yeah. Whoa, yeah, I've got to get her, say yeah. This carnival coming, I could make a change. No big thing, cause I intend to win. I have a plan, I come in with me own band. All you just get prepared, cause everything going to be weird. Everybody making mass in town, all kind of mass, mix up in one. The whole band gonna be a wreck. The music band is span around your neck, and it's one chord we strumming, one tune we playing, all day we jamming.
listening to a prayer meeting, Baptist people preaching, with a leader right in front of people wailing. So I tell my partner, come let me draw closer, because I tell myself I'm here in Soca. Though it was something to be spiritual, to me it was more like bacchanal. Oh yeah, cause they dancing, some jumping out of time. If you see Baptist woman whine, whoa, 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 like Soca Baptist, like Soca Baptist, like Soca Baptist. Whoa, 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 like Soca Baptist, like Soca Baptist. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
ever created. Got a rhythm that keep flowing to your head. Wonder while I was passing, I hear a soca rhythm in a disco. So I went into party, girl grabbed me round me belly and said to me, way we do it all over rock, soca rock. Rockin' to the bebop, soca rock. It's the way we do it all over rock, soca rock. The beat is really sweet rock, soca rock. It's the way we do it all over rock, soca rock. Rockin', rockin'. Different kind of beat that really sounded sweet. Turn your bassy D and spin you off your feet. You just can't resist it. Give you a compelling feeling just to dance. But when you hear the music, you just can't refuse it. Got to prance. Say, come let me rock, soca rock. That's the way we do it all over rock, soca rock. Rockin' to the bebop, soca rock. It's the way we do it all over rock, soca rock. The beat is really sweet rock, soca rock. It's the way we do it all over rock, soca rock. Rockin', rockin'. Spread like a virus in every corner of the world. Control your mind and your body and your soul. This what everyone did in, why he's really taking over the place. From New York and New Jersey, say people gone soca crazy. You should see them. Say come let me rock, soca rock. That's the way we do it all over rock, soca rock. Rockin' to the bebop, soca rock. It's the way we do it all over rock, soca rock. It is really sweet rock, soca rock. Rock, soca rock. Rock, soca, rock, soca, rock, soca, rock, soca, rock, soca, rock, soca, rock, 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 soca, rock, rock, soca, rock, rock, soca, rock, 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 soca, rock, rock, soca, rock, rock, soca, we rock it, rock, rock, soca, rock, rock, soca, rock, rock, soca, we rock it, rock, soca, rock, soca, rock, soca, rock, soca, rock, 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 rock.
Love is like a bomb. Love is like a bomb bomb. Come on, baby, pour some sugar on me. Love is like a bomb, baby, come on, get it on. Living like a lover with a red iPhone. Looking like a dream, like a video game. Come on, let's move, look at it be I got heat, sweet to taste, sugar me some hot. So I stick it sweet from my head to my feet. You take sugar, one lump or two. Take them out, shake it up, make them over, take it out. All in the name of love. Come on, find me love. Can't get enough. In the name of love. Come on, find me love. I can't get enough. I'm hot, sticky sweet, from my head down to my feet. Listen, red light, yellow light, green light, gold. With a little woman in a one-man show. Little queen with a team with a mouth love. DJ Sickle me, listen. Listen. You gotta squeeze a little, rap a little more. If you ever let it come in, knocking on my door. Sometime, anytime, sugar me sweet. Little say, sugar me, yeah. Yeah. Give a little more. Take your mind, shake it up. Break it up, break it up. Pour some sugar on me. All in the name of love. Pour some sugar on me. Come find me love. Pour some sugar on me. Can't get enough. Pour some sugar on me. In the name of love. Pour some sugar on me. Come find me love. Pour some sugar on me. Can't get enough. Pour some sugar on me. Sugar, sugar, pour some sugar on me.
Lord, me woman Jessie, leave me 3 weeks picnic, alone in me house and go party. Partner, when I get this story, I say, well, I'm going and kill she. But when I reach the party house, I remember I love you love so I said, come go home, you wild girl. Come go home. No. Come go home, you wild girl. Come go home. No. Jessie, how you could leave me picnic all alone? Only because I love you, but I ain't bust your bone. So you better come go home, you wild girl. Come go home. No. Come go home, you wild girl. Come go home. No. Before you get that baby, every night was smoke and whiskey down in Avondale with Audrey. I thought that this child would cool you, but you're giving much more trouble. I got to be mad, but Jessie, I love you real bad. So you better come go home, you wild girl. Come go home. No. coming with me?
Yeah, I said no.
Then what must do with the picnic?
Right way. Leave me alone now.
Now, Jesse.
Bye, let me go.
Jesse.
Bye, go home.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Please be seated.
Welcome to the inaugural Sugar Mass Awards, a ceremony honoring pioneering excellence, outstanding achievements, and longevity. So many have contributed outstandingly, and tonight we begin to formally recognize the many individuals and entities who have contributed to Carnival, National Carnival, and Sugar Mass. Let's welcome our hosts, Miss Unoma, Lady Sunshine Allen.
And how are we all doing this evening? All right. Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Juve. Robertine Webb, Director of the Creative Economy. Chairperson of National Carnival, Shannon Hawley. Other members of the National Carnival Committee, our revered awardees this evening, members of the media, family and friends of National Carnival, good evening. Good evening, Minister Samuel Duggins, Minister with responsibility for National Carnival, and Mrs. Duggins, welcome. Welcome as well, our Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Hanley. As a people, we have safeguarded our right to creative expression through National Carnival, even before securing independence. This, in my view, illustrates how pivotal our expression of culture through music, dance, street theater, pageantry, and performance was to our very existence. Tonight, we assemble as we or others will do in the successive years to show gratitude for the bold, courageous steps taken by each awardee in their chosen festival segment, which I deem as their calling. Ladies and gentlemen, we had to start somewhere. Often seeking perfection stalls progress. So, as we reveal the award categories and the associated awardees, remember, tonight's ceremony isn't final. There are many who will be recognized in the coming years of these, our Sugar Mass Awards. As the minister, while this inaugural event is being held, Honorable Samuel Duggins, you too will go down in our cultural history for being at the helm while this monumental affair is launched. It is only fitting to get your views on this esteemed moment.
Pleasant evening to all. I think we can do much better than that. This is a celebration of our national carnival and the people who made it all what it is. Pleasant evening to all. It's quite easy for us to feel as if what we are doing here is just a drop in the ocean. But let me assure you that without these drops from each of you, without the efforts of all of us stakeholders, the ocean that is the St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival will be more like a small puddle rather than the ocean it has become. As your Minister of the Creative Economy, I assure you that each drop into the Carnival ocean is welcome and sincerely appreciated. I most graciously and happily take this opportunity to welcome you to the first annual Sugar Mass Awards in honor of the architects and builders of our 51-year-old Carnival product. Carnival, as we have come to know it, was a new phenomenon, a cultural shift started in Trinidad. Wanting to copy this model to help boost the economy and to have something to entice visitors, Mr. Basil Henderson, in June of 1957, proposed a carnival for St. Kitts and Nevis. On December 18, 1957, St. Kitts' first carnival was launched with a steel band competition, Calypso show, and Queen show. My, how far we've grown. Then, in 1971, to create uniformity and harmony among the citizens, the government of the day, by legislation pioneered by the Honorable Paul Southwell, nationalized Carnival through the National Carnival Act of 1971. Carnival was now recognized, and it became now the true national event. Continuing its evolution in 2010, the St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival was then rebranded, as we know it now, Sugar Mass. Its 39th National Carnival chairman, Mr. Clement O'Garrow, wanted to make our carnival unique to his home, where sugar was king. Carnival continues to be that time of year where everyone, regardless of differences, can come together to celebrate our rich cultural heritage and to express themselves creatively and artistically. I am delighted that the National Carnival Committee and the Sugar Mass Awards Subcommittee value our stakeholders by hosting this formal gala in their honor. My delight is heightened by the decision that this type and caliber of formal event will become a signature event on the Sugar Mass annual calendar. So look out for this year after year. It was Charles Dickens who said, and I quote, "No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another," unquote. There are so many individuals who have contributed to National Carnival over the past 51 years. And as such, the St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival Committee cannot honor all individuals all at one time. However, you have my commitment that I will ensure that over time, everyone who has made a significant contribution will be recognized and honored. And so I say a special thank you to all who have contributed for their hard work and dedication in building National Carnival over the past 51 years. This includes those in administration, pageants, street activities, sponsors, costume builders, Calypso and Soca, folklore, volunteers, and all others who have contributed to this overall development in every area. If it was not for all those individuals, Carnival would not be where it is today. as we continue our thrust to be the best carnival experience in the region. And as it relates to the economic spin-off, as a result of Carnival, they are far-reaching and tremendous. Considering the vendors, hotels, the bars, the restaurant, the taxi men, and all of our creatives. It is this time of year when our overseas nationals all come home in large numbers and inject much needed foreign currency into our economy. And I do believe that with the new addition to the committee of a representative from the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, whose intention is to drive the international marketing of Carnival, I am sure that we will undoubtedly rebound to even greater economic gains. So, let us all continue to support and uplift all the contributors. And as the minister with responsibility for the Carnival and creative economy, I offer you an official welcome. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you participating in Carnival this year in some form or another. Whether it is in our cultural and folklore groups, or one of the many outstanding troops that I've seen being displayed. Either which way, this year, we should all be outside, celebrated as one for Sugar Mass 51. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Samuel Duggins, for your supportive words. And I'm sure, yes, we all look forward to being on the outside this year. So the time is right. Now, after 50 years, it is appropriate to award pioneering excellence, longevity, and outstanding achievement. We begin with the Poinciana Awards. In this category, we celebrate the first winners of national carnival events. Permanent Secretary Valencia Sider in the ministry with responsibility for national carnival will join me on stage to present the Poinciana Awards to our highly regarded awardees. Good evening. Isn't she lovely? Let's join in recognizing our very first crowned National Carnival Queens of 1971. You heard me correctly. Plural, not singular. And a tie was not involved. You see, for the first 8 years of our national carnival on both islands, some of the same carnival events were held. So, in 1971 on St. Kitts, our first national carnival queen was Miss Hazel Brooks. The award will be presented to her brother-in-law, Dennis Richards, on her behalf.
Pleasant good evening to everyone. You guys are looking lovely. Can I have an applause for the Carnival Committee for the great job they're doing? Thank you. Hazel would like to thank the Carnival Committee for her award, and she wishes the Carnival Committee a joyful, safe, and successful carnival. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Receiving the award on behalf of Hazel Brooks, crowned National Carnival Queen on St. Kitts. In 1971, on Nevis, our first National Carnival Queen, Fleur Rowena Claxton.
Hi, my friends in St. Kitts-Nevis. My name is Fleur Rowena Claxton Daniels. It's an honor to receive the Sugar Mass Award. My friends and family are very delighted. It's been 50 years, folks, and I still remember walking on that stage. Thank you so much for bringing back the memories. I appreciate it. Thank you, folks. I love you, Nevis.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first National Carnival Queens. On St. Kitts, Hazel Brooks, and on Nevis, Fleur Rowena Claxton. We now present to you our first National Carnival Senior Calypso Monarchs of 1971. On St. Kitts, Levi Entertainer Weeks, winning with the songs Judge Kaiso Tonight and Black Power.
This is the King Entertainer. I just want to say how happy I am to be honored. And I want to give thanks to the whole Carnival Committee and those of you who worked so hard to make sure that this program become a reality. I'm so sorry that I cannot be there this year to accept this award for myself. But you know, home is where the heart is. And my heart is right there at home with you. I want you all to enjoy 22 Carnival. Let us show the other islands how to party without getting ourselves in trouble. Enjoy ourselves, keep our head high. And God bless the state of St. Kitts and Nevis.
On Nevis, our first National Carnival Senior Calypso Monarch, Spencer Hanley, Lord Lindbergh, with his popular tune, Left Foot.
My name is Spencer Hanley, also known as Lindbergh from Nevis. In 1971, St. Kitts and Nevis hosted individual carnival activities, one of which was Calypso King competition. My friends dared me to enter the Calypso competition, which I did, and I won. I never dreamt that 50 years later I would be receiving an award. It is therefore with great honor and pride that I accept this award. I also take this opportunity to congratulate the other awardees and thank the Carnival Committee for preserving our culture and history for future generations. May God continue to bless the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
I can see by the smiles on your faces you are appreciating the moment so far. Fun fact, both monarchs whom you just saw were co-workers, if you will. Both were employees of the electricity department on St. Kitts and on Nevis. Let's take it to the road. In 1971, our first road match title went to Sanda Popo with Play Your Mass.
Join the band and play your mass for National Carnival 71. Jump up, join the band and play your mass for National Carnival 71.
I wish I could say rewind. I was enjoying that. Were you enjoying it as well? I love it. Let's turn now to the first Miss Rural Queen pageant held in 1973. Here, young ladies in the rural areas represented their various communities in pageantry. Representing Cayon, our first rural queen was Theolinda Levine Willett. Fun fact, the top 3 placements were given an automatic entry into the National Carnival Queen pageant if they were interested in participating. Theolinda then went on to place second runner-up in that year's Carnival Queen pageant. I salute you, Theolinda. Pageantry isn't for the faint-hearted.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. With sincere gratitude, I would like to thank the St. Kitts National Carnival Committee for this Poinciana Award. Thank you for affording me the chance to enter the first Miss Rural pageant and the honor of becoming the first Miss Rural Queen. I dedicate this award to my mom, the late Ruby Willett, and also to the late Dawn Davis, who went above and beyond as my chaperone. Best wishes to the 2022 contestants. Happy Carnival to everyone, and may God continue to bless us all. Thank you.
Having celebrated our senior Calypso monarchs, what about the juniors? The first Junior Calypso Monarch competition was held in 1973. Our first Junior Calypso Monarchs were, on St. Kitts, Gary Knight, the mighty throwback with History in 73 and Go to School. We ask P.S. Valencia Cider to present the Poinciana Award to Mr. Knight, renowned musician with extensive experience in music writing, songwriting, and arranging. He's presently a lecturer at our CFBC College.
Thank you very much. I am glad to be the first. I want to say that I was really encouraged by Irving King Sweeney, but my real contribution to Carnival has been for the many, many Calypsonians that I have arranged for over the years, and some of them who have been successful, King Socrates, King Fonzie, and all of the arrangements that I've had. And generally, in the musical arrangement, that piece that you've been hearing intermittently is actually an original composition of mine entitled Thanks. So thank you.
P.S. Cider do remain to present the Poinciana Award to the National Carnival Junior Calypso Monarch in 1977 when it was first held on Nevis. Curthley Morton, singing name Irwin, with the song Cultivate the Land.
I want to give thanks to the National Carnival Committee for this award, and I wish that this year, 51 years of Carnival, will be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Erwin. Do you remember your song? That's good enough. I don't remember mine. Let's welcome on stage our first crowned Miss Talented Teen Nevis, Miss Agnola Hendrickson, who represented the Gingerland High School, as it was known at that time. Ms. Hendrickson is an acclaimed playwright and actress and owner of Agnola Productions, a performing arts company.
Good evening, everyone. It certainly has been a lot of years since I was crowned Miss Teenage Pageant. There certainly weren't that many lights. The Prime Minister certainly was not in attendance. And it was not broadcast on YouTube or Facebook. I don't think we had that at that time. But nonetheless, I do remember that beautiful moonlit night when I stood on stage, a young teenager, knowing that this is what I wanted to do. And I am so privileged to have had the opportunity to be able to do that for many, many years in New York. But now that I'm back home in my beautiful St. Kitts and Nevis, I want to thank the Gingerland Secondary School, which I attended at the time that I won the award. I dedicate this award to them, and I thank all the people that have helped me along the way. I want to thank the Carnival Committee for this award, and I wish everyone a safe 2022 Carnival season.
Thank you, Pierre Sider, as the other Poinciana awardees will be joining us virtually. But you will be back momentarily. The first crowned Miss Talented Teen St. Kitts, Sandra Rollins, now Douglas, of the then St. Theresa's Convent School, now ICCS.
Hi everyone, I am Sandra Rollins Douglas, a past student of the Convent High School and the very first Miss Talented Teen within the Federation of St. Kitts-Nevis. It is with great dignity and honor that I accept the Poinciana Award that is being bestowed upon me at this very joyous and memorable occasion. With deep appreciation and gratitude, I dedicate this award to my former chaperone and friend, the late Aurelie Buchanan, who played a major role in my success. Sleep on, sweet Aurelie, you are truly missed.
I wonder if anyone here in the audience or online can remember when we had our first Queen of the Bands competition, that is brass bands. This participant would adorn a festive costume, parading it on stage while the brass band she was associated with played a piece of music that was either judged or seen to be their warm-up tune. Our first Queen of the Bands, Lovina Bertie. Fun fact, Miss Bertie was a National Carnival Queen in 1972.
award for being the first queen of the orchestral bands. I wish to share this award with Elimat and the GI's brass. They were absolutely spectacular that night. I have to add to Stanley Franks. He's an artistic genius and a master steel bender. He built my costume on top of the world, matching the album Elimat and the GI's brass put out that year in 1 week. It was a collective collaboration. Again, thanks to the National Carnival Committee for this heartfelt gesture. Thumbs up to Miss Julie Martin. To all, do have a safe and enjoyable Sugar Mass 51, and may God continue to bless our federation.
You could sing along, you know. Now turning our recognition to the first Mr. Talented Teen in 1995. This is Bernardo Phipps of the now ICCS, formerly St. Teresa's Convent School.
Good evening. It was my honor and privilege to have represented the male youths of my alma mater, St. Teresa's Convent High, now ICCS, and an SKN nation of burgeoning teens exulted in being part of our national carnival via the inaugural Mr. Talented Teen competition, in which I won it all. Although visionary and short-lived, it remains significant to this very day. Tonight, as we assemble 50 years strong in recognition, I know that this milestone is an iconic celebration of our culture and people. Let us remember those who have paved the way, even if only in memory. Sugar Mass is the sweetest carnival in the entire Caribbean, an unparalleled experience. Thank you to the organizers of the SMAs. I humbly accept this historic Poinciana Award in recognition of my contributions to Carnival and for inspiring those to attain high standards of drama, music, and talent alongside so many formidable and blessed honorees here this evening.
During the 1995 National Carnival, another first was revealed, that being the first female Calypso monarch, crowned with the songs Fashion Police and Gimme Me Pension, Mrs. Jacinth Henry Martin.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jacinth Henry Martin, delighted and honored to accept the prestigious Poinciana Award in recognition of having been crowned the first national Calypso Queen of St. Kitts-Nevis during Carnival celebrations. I want to say that it has always been my joy to participate in Carnival. First, in 1979 as the second runner-up in the Miss St. Kitts-Nevis pageant. I was an avid and constant participant on the road in street parades. I thoroughly enjoyed coming out on the roads to support folklorists, to dance with them whenever I had the opportunity in my own way. And I have consistently written for National Carnival Queen pageants and also for contenders in the National Calypso Queen competitions as well. I think I got just as much joy out of serving as the Director of Culture and subsequently the Minister of Culture with responsibility for Carnival and ensuring that all participants had a great time, but equally so to ensure that our folklorists had their space in the limelight and were recognized for preserving our cultural traditions through folklore. This award means a lot to me because I see this as a recognition of myself, not just as a technocrat and then a minister, but certainly I am an artist myself, and I see this as recognition being given to artists who perform in Carnival, not all of whom emerge winners, but who in their own right contribute in large measure to the success of every Carnival. Thank you, National Carnival Committee. I am going to see you on the road for Carnival 2022-2023, wishing everyone in advance a safe and happy Carnival. Thank you, Carnival Committee. Good night to everyone.
We look forward to seeing her. In 2001, National Carnival showcased the first Party Monarch competition, now called Soca Monarch. The first crowned party, or Soca Monarch, was Richie Bunting with the song Frontline. The Soca Monarch went on to win the 2013 Senior Calypso Monarch title, as well as the Leeward Islands Calypso Monarch competition in the following year of 2014.
I would like to thank the National Carnival Committee and the nation as a whole, Ms. Shannon Harley and her entire crew, for giving this award to me. I accept this award on behalf of my family and all the supporters who have supported me over the years during my journey as I try to make my cultural contribution to the nation. It is very gratifying to know that you have been recognized, especially while you can still smell the roses. Once again, I would like to say thank you very much, and season's greetings to all.
"14 years later, we got 2 additional firsts. In 2015, the Miss National Carnival Swimwear Queen was debuted with Alcenada Hanley being heralded as queen. Miss Hanley is no stranger to pageantry, a former Miss Venus swimsuit and Miss National Carnival teen. P.S. Valencia Cider will be delighted if you present the Poinciana Award to Alcenada Hanley.
A pleasant good evening to all. Thank you, our words of gratitude that last a lifetime. As the 2015-16 National Carnival Swimwear winner, I have gained everlasting opportunities beyond the stage. Sorry. Special thanks to the 2015 and current National Carnival Committee, Miss Shannon Harley, Samantha Boone, Mr. Noah Mills, Judy DuPont, and the other organizers for this Carnival Award ceremony. I cannot forget my sponsors, chaperones, family, and supporters, the Development Bank of St. Kitts-Nevis, Miss Denise Danielle, Trevicia Adams, and Julie Riley. And by no means least, the greatest thanks is extended to my #1 cheerleader, my mom, the late Sandra Hanley. You taught me to put God in everything and to never give up. Having a thankful heart is a blessing. In the words of Matthew McConaughey, I've learned to account for 3 things daily. Having something to look up to. We must have faith and be thankful to God every day. His continuous blessings are beyond us. Having something to look forward to. That's my daughter, career, and students as I endeavor to make a positive impact in their lives. And having something and someone to chase. That's me or that's you for you. We must feel proud of ourselves every day, thus being thankful and continuously trying to live our best lives better every day. May we have a safe and happy carnival season. Thank you.
Thank you, Alcenada. With an unshakable sense of self, eyes focused squarely on the win, this young man blew away the competition. For that, he is now written into the Carnival history books as the first National Carnival Mr. GQ. Ladies and gentlemen, Javon Zen Romney. Thank you. Pierre Snyder.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I pridefully accept this award as the first National Carnival GQ King. Undoubtedly, my success was not without the guidance of my immaculate team of coaches and consultants. Therefore, I share in this moment my gratitude to the following: my coaches, Alfonso Henry and Sean Roy Caesar, Miss Yanoma Allen and Mr. Wendy Steinbergen. My designers, Shande Lewis of Antigua, Miss Faith Benjamin, and Mr. Jose Tailoring. To the sponsors, to my sponsors, SL Lighting, my support system, family, friends, I say a hearty thank you for your love and support. History would not have been created without the staunch leadership of Mr. Noah Mills and the National Carnival Committee, and for that, I am eternally grateful. To the organizers of this award ceremony, I express my thanks and wish the now National Carnival Committee, Ms. Shannon Harley and Mr. Samuel Duggins, the most optimal success. Thank you, good night, God bless.
Thank you, Pierre Snyder, for presenting the first category of awards in our inaugural Sugar Mass Awards. Steward of Carnival is our second category. Minister Samuel Duggins will present this category of awards. Here we honor individuals and entities who have been consistent and exemplary in the assistance and production and promotion of National Carnival. So we celebrate a number of individuals. They have assisted in production and the promotion of National Carnival. So we begin with our first Carnival cheers. Let us recognize Mr. Sidney Osborne, the longest serving chairman of National Carnival, 1976 to 1987.
Good evening. Good
evening.
I want to thank the Carnival Committee for this, I would say, prestigious award. You know, as I look at the audience tonight, I wonder how many of you recall that the fencing at Carnival Village was galvanized. How many recall that? I wonder how many recall that there was an evergreen tree in Carnival Village. You do recall that? And so I just want this evening, in accepting this award, to say how much on behalf of the team over the years 76 to 87 that I worked with, but especially to the superintendent of prisons, the officers and the residents, the superintendent of public works and the officers who really assisted us during these years. They were responsible for the fence which you see there now. They were responsible for removing the evergreen tree. And again, do you remember when the stage was adjacent to Victoria Road?
No.
No, you don't, right? So we were responsible also for moving it there. And finally, just to say this, we were not as privileged as the carnival committees are now. We didn't receive any allocation from the government during the years 76 to 87. And so we ensured that we got all the assistance we could from government departments. So you see what is there now in terms of Carnival Village. So again, on behalf of myself, our team, and those persons who worked over the years, I want to say thank you, and let us have a wonderful carnival this year, 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you. As an individual, he has given consistent and exemplary assistance in the production and promotion of our national carnival. Thank you, Mr. Sidney Osborne. We now welcome Dr. Vernon Vera, Carnival Chairman, 1989 to 1995.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
This is long awaited. When I was asked by the then minister to serve as chairman of Carnival, I had a very busy practice. And I said to him I would only serve if I had 3 guys with me, 2 of whom now deceased. Auckland Hector, Vince Morton, and Scout Lewis. I would tell you, unlike Mr. Osborne, I received $50,000 subvention for Carnival from the government, 34 of which went to the Children's Carnival. When my first Queen show, I asked Sir Clement to be the patron. He refused. He said, I'm not going to do this any longer because when I arrive at Carnival, I have to sit in my car for an hour before the show started. I said, Sir Clement, give me one opportunity. Dr. Laws was a stage manager, Wingrove, as his bandy, and Machina Kramer was going to sing the national anthem. I said, I want your car to arrive 10 minutes to 8. At 2 minutes to 8, I will usher you to your seat. You will face the stage, and the national anthem will be sung. Dr. Laws and Juicy Byron, and I think a couple others were stage managers. He arrived, and it, of course, went that way. And he said to me, but the Prime Minister is not here. I said, Sir Clement, this is not the Prime Minister's show. This is your show. The Prime Minister arrived during the national anthem. I went to his car, and I opened the door. I said, Mr. Prime Minister, you're late. He apologized. He was never late again. And I would tell you, I take pleasure in being able to start on time, end at midnight, because the bars down on the shoreline needed some patrons. They needed people to come and participate. Let us start on time. Madam Harley, I think the one thing I want to say, because it's been bothering me for over the years, I hope we can control the crowd without violence. Because those of us who are a little older, you know, I'm now what, I'm 35 or something.
About that, yes.
Don't, that's taking off 40, right? We would like to enjoy Carnival also. But we can't go down and do the rollback like we used to do in the early years, in the 50s. And I know some of you don't know that Major Alfonso, who was the chief of police, was one of the catalysts of Carnival in St. Kitts. I want to thank Carnival Committee for honoring me this way. I've always said I'm available for service. I could maybe sit in a chair and suggest certain things. If you need my service, I'm so willing to serve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Vernon Vera, for your years of contribution. I'm so enjoying this. I love a story, see? And I'm getting an earful tonight. Now let's turn our attention to the individual who was the chairperson of National Carnival from 1995 until 2000, Mr. Rudy Morton. We applaud your contribution, sir, and we thank you especially for it is under you that the female Calypso monarch began. You also did a lot in the rural areas.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening, sir.
I want to say thank you to the Carnival Committee, which is now Sugar Mass 2051. Sugar Mass 51.
Yes, sir.
And I want to also thank the team that worked with me during those years, because it was a lot of hard work. I want to thank the Deputy Prime Minister, especially because he took on the role of handling the entire Junior Carnival. I also want to thank my wife, because of the many long hours we had to be out there at nights, monitoring the shows, preparing for different Calypso shows, all the various Calypso tents. And during my time, we wanted to get everyone involved in Carnival, and so we used to have the bands, the brass, not the brass bands, but the hi-fis. Ronnie Rascal, Tony Otley, and Masood Siddiqui, actually. And they would do several stints for us during the week, or a couple of weeks before Carnival, to heighten the whole issue and celebration. I must say, though, that for this Carnival, I'm already feeling the buzz. So we know that this Carnival will be a super Carnival. And we wish the Carnival Committee all the best during this Carnival, Sugar Mass 51. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well, Mr. Morton. We appreciate your contribution. Next, we turn our attention to the person I call Mr. Festival himself, Alistair Williams, 2002-2005. Thank you so much, Alistair. He assisted greatly with the community festivals and the management of the Secretariat.
Good evening, everyone. I want to accept this award with great humility, and I thank the Carnival Committee for honoring me. And I accept this award and I dedicate it to all the many volunteers who have supported my work over the years. Thank you.
I love your beard. Makes you look 25 years younger. Don't tell him I said that. Your head might sweat. Anyway, we turn our attention to Clement Monarch Ogaro. National Carnival Chair in 2010. Of course, himself a former junior Calypso monarch. We owe the rebranding of National Carnival to Sugar Mass to this Carnival Chair. And just a fun fact, he is the youngest person to have ever competed in the Senior Calypso Monarch at the age of 14.
Okay, I was reminded that we can only speak for 1 minute. But we had two chairmen up here talking about money. And I think I was the first chairman to spend $1 million on Carnival because I realized the value. I mean, we're way past that right now. But I want to say special thanks to the Carnival Committee for bestowing me with this honor, and especially the chairlady, Shannon, who was my deputy at the time when I was chairperson. Guys, have a great night and have a great Sugar Mass 51.
50 seconds, well done. We turn our attention to the ever hard-working Sylvester Anthony, who was our National Carnival chairperson from 2012 until 2015. He empowered the young people, and particularly took great strides in the production of National Carnival. We accept this award on Mr. Anthony's behalf. Oh, how we wish Noah Mills, Chairman of National Carnival 2015 to 2020, was here with us this evening. Himself a junior Calypso monarch, 1985-1986. But I will accept this award on his behalf. We extend the deepest appreciation to him for his contributions, especially in the inclusion of the Miss National Swimwear and GQ pageants. This upcoming awardee made stellar contributions to our National Carnival year after year, turning out troops for the Carnival Grand Parade. Her contributions didn't stop there, as she was no stranger to Carnival administration either, and saw her giving her time passionately to initiating procedures for vending during Carnival, management of the street activities. She even found time to be a reveler on the road. Let us in unison show our appreciation to Mrs. Cynthia Hull, a woman whose 40+ years involvement in Carnival cannot be denied. It is with pleasure at this moment we invite Leona Warner Matthew. You see, she was the first administrative secretary to National Carnival in 1971. She played multiple roles for several years. She typed, she sold tickets, manned the gate at various shows, liaised with troop organizers, and more, all for the love of Carnival.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I accept this gift, and you're not hearing me?
Miss Matthew, would you like to?
Huh? Okay. I accept this gift, and I'm thanking the committee for honoring me. I wasn't looking for an honor because I worked and I got paid. I worked at Carnival office. I worked at Tourist Bureau, and then half of the year I worked at Carnival office. I worked at Carnival office half day. So it's Tourist Bureau 1, Carnival office another. But I'm thanking everybody for this. I wasn't really looking for it, but thank God I'm here. Thank you.
Antonio Abernathy Liebert is our next awardee. A resident of Nevis, but he can always be relied on for guidance on any aspect of National Carnival, although chiefly responsible for Culturama. For over 40 years, he has been giving of himself wherever duty calls. Coordinator of Nevis-based activities for National Carnival, a well-learned commentator at our Calypso competitions, and no stranger to judging at various events. Abernathy has been producing songs and music for countless Calypsonians, soca artists, bands since 2004. Mr. Liebert, congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. I accept this Steward of Carnival award with a great sense of humility. And I would like to say a big thank you to the National Carnival Committee for considering me. And a special thank you to my good friend, Shannon Hawley. This honor, I accept it, and I truly appreciate it. And I want to say to everyone, meet me on the road. Juve morning, parade day. I'm going to be there. Thank you.
Where would we be without our corporate partners? Offering considerable sponsorship since the inception of National Carnival in 1971. ZIZ has supported many a contestant or overall carnival shows in cash and in kind. This media house has played an important, indelible role in us celebrating this over 50 years of National Carnival. Through its promotion and broadcasting, it allowed the reach of Carnival to be inclusive, permitting the elderly, shut-ins, single parents with no babysitters, and of course the diaspora and other demographics to tune in and feel a part of our national asset. We invite a representative of ZIZ to accept this award.
I have to remind myself that I'm not
on TV at this time, doing news. I just want to thank the National Carnival Committee for bestowing the award to ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation. Also want to reach out to the former general managers, also staff that worked at ZIZ. I want to say a pleasant good night to my lovely daughter, Vera, part of the Carnival Committee. Thank everyone for coming, and thank all the awardees. Good night.
First, it was St. Kitts Carry Breweries. Then we named Carry Brewery St. Kitts Limited. Just hearing the name, we all know how invaluable this corporate partner has been since the very first year in 1971, sponsoring Queen contestants, carnival events, Calypso tents, and has been a big contributor of prizes as well. Inviting Andre Amarit, representative of Carry Brewery, to receive this award of appreciation.
I guess I'm a lot taller, so just allow me to move this up a bit. 2 days ago, someone came in my office and I had a folder, and it was this thick. And all that was in that folder were sponsorship requests. And they asked if we're going to support all these events. And the answer is yes. We sponsor every single carnival-related event. And we have been doing that for the last 51 years. And so we say thank you to the National Carnival Committee for recognizing Carry Brewery for their contribution to Carnival for the last 51 years. Thank you.
And we hope to see you back again this year. I'm helping you out, Shannon. Anthony Eibel was the first to create the logo we now associate with St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival. Sincerest thanks to you, sir, for your creative and innovative idea to brand our national festival.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm not the person who like to be in the spotlight or do things looking for recognition, but want to thank Carnival Committee and everyone in culture for giving me the opportunity, and they have been year after year trying to help the arts and the culture industry to make it something viable for us locals. Thank you.
Thank you as well. There are individuals like our carnival chairs who stand out when carnival rolls around. This awardee is no different. Known for his no-nonsense approach to stage production and stage management at our various shows. His general support to carnival through volunteerism is his hallmark. Ladies and gentlemen, he's playing mass every year when he can, leading costumes for a slew of Juve and parade bands and much more. For over 35 years, Scotty Hanley has been a prominent feature in our national carnival. No matter where he may roam, he will always find time to come back home for carnival. Scotty is Mr. Carnival himself.
And it's a special thank you to the Carnival Committee, by extension, the SMAs Committee, in recognizing me for the work that I've done in production over the years. Special thank you also to all the chairpersons that I've worked with. Chairperson of Carnival, chairpersons of the different subcommittees. Also a special thank you to my good friend and my mentor when it comes to production, Vincent Fo, and also Julie Martin, who's always been there to give me a guiding light and a guiding ear and a guiding word in the works that I've done. Special thank you to Shannon Halley, the Power chairperson, for introducing this new initiative to recognize not only myself, but also other persons who have contributed to Carnival for the past 50 years. Thank you very kindly, and this award means a lot to me. Good to be appreciated for the work that you have done. So special thank you to all persons involved. I look forward to working with Carnival for years to come.
Thank you very much, Minister Samal Duggins, for your time here. This isn't the be-all and end-all of the recognition of media partners and sponsors, nor of individual contributions or administrators of Carnival. As we host subsequent Sugar Mass Awards, we will reveal more. Our love for pageantry on St. Kitts is one of the many wonders of this world. We treat a biologist. We can dissect any performance. Like a scientist, we draft hypotheses and put them through intense scrutiny. Pageantry unearths our creativity, allowing us to express our love for the arts, and this excites us. Prior to the 1971 Carnival was initiated by an energetic national, Mr. Basil Henderson, who, with support from the government, private sector, and volunteers, held many activities. One of the highlights being the Carnival Queen pageant. We take a peek into the past through this video montage of the ladies crowned Carnival Queen from 1957 to 1970. Did you learn something there? Well, I see I have royalty in my family. One of the ladies shares my surname. Okay, I feel good. I ain't things. On November 4th, 1971, the National Carnival Act was passed to provide for the constitution and functions of a committee to organize National Carnival, so as to stimulate its development through competitions such as pageants. Now termed National Carnival Queen Pageant, let us give our attention to the ladies crowned from 1971 to 2021. Many of whom represented our nation regionally and internationally, allowing our people to be held in high esteem throughout the world. Just so you know, the 2022-23 National Carnival Queen Pageant will take place on Wednesday, December 28th. Our next category in these, the inaugural Sugar Mass Awards, is Royal Scepter. To formally recognize National Carnival and talented teen queens who have achieved special firsts in long-standing regional or international pageants. Annette Frank, 1976-1977, our first National Carnival Queen to enter Miss Universe pageant. It was held in Santo Domingo. We accept this award on her behalf. This, we are witnessing snippets of her at the Miss Universe pageant. So what are we doing? Are we sending anyone else? We have many talented, beautiful women who can represent our nation proudly. Ethelene Archibald, 1983 to 1984. The first National Carnival Queen to win the JC's Miss Caribbean pageant in Antigua. Ethelene Archibald Brandon is joining us virtually.
It's a great honor to accept the Royal Scepter Award. I am thankful for the people who motivated and encouraged me to become the Miss St. Kitts National Carnival Queen and to be the first Miss St. Kitts National Carnival Queen to enter and win the JC's Caribbean Queen pageant. I am most thankful to people such as Jackie Hartman, who used the sky and the ocean to create the most beautiful ensemble in my gowns, and to Amoy Beard for hair and makeup, Elvis Rawlings for my costume, and also Creighton Pension for putting into words our cultural dances. I am most grateful also to Annette Frank for giving me the confidence to go out on stage and just do it.
You could tell her she's a queen. She's so poised as she delivered her video. Karen Grant, 1984-1985. The first National Carnival Queen to enter the Miss World pageant in 1985 in London. She tied for the most talented award with Miss Yugoslavia. All the way from the USA, here is Mrs. Karen Grant Hunt.
Hi everyone, my name is Karen Grant Hunt and I was crowned Miss St. Kitts 1984-85. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to the National Carnival Committee for honoring me with the Royal Scepter Award. Thank you very much. Even though it has been 38 years since I was crowned Miss St. Kitts, I am still an ambassador for my beautiful island home. I impact about 160 students each year in the classroom at the high school and college level. And every time they hear my accent, they say, "Where are you from?" And I say, "I'm from St. Kitts." And so many of them come back and they say to me, "Mrs. Hunt, I visited your beautiful island home, St. Kitts, and it gives me such pleasure and such joy to be a Kittitian. And I would like to say thank you once again for this honor."
Thank you as well, Ms. Grant, Ms. Hunt. Will the Director of Carnival, Ms. Hazel Webster, join me on stage to present the following two awards? We continue with Royal Scepter. This lady won the National Carnival Queen title 1987-1988. She was the first national queen to win Miss Carnival pageant in 1988, and she has graced us with her presence tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Haley Cassius.
Good evening. Wow, butterflies. Who would imagine? It is indeed an honor and privilege to receive this award, Royal Scepter. As I reflect, I would like to share this award and share this spotlight with my former chaperone, Mrs. Sandra Berridge. Sandra, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your creativity. Thank you for your drive. This moment brings back many memories, and as I sat there, I did have a planned speech, but I'm not that type of consistent person. I thought that I would like to share with anyone out there who is pondering what it is to share a moment, to take that step into whether it is pageantry, to make a decision, to further their career, change career. I'd like to share this adage: nothing ventured, nothing gained. And so I say, turn your what if into a wow. Did I do that? And so, ladies and gentlemen, trying to keep within the 1 minute, I'm Haley Cassius, Miss St. Kitts, 1987, 1988, wishing you a wonderful evening. Have a safe, blessed carnival. And before I leave, I can never forget, I must thank Almighty God for bringing me this far. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you as well, Haley, for representing us. Gloria Esdale, the first person in the history of National Carnival to win National Carnival Teen Pageant 1992-93, National Carnival Queen Pageant 1996-97, Miss Caraval in 1997, and National Senior Calypso Monarch 2020-2021. This is an extraordinary feat, one that's hard to beat.
I had to prepare, I'm sorry. So good evening, everyone. Please allow me to adopt the protocol established. It is indeed a pleasure to be honored by the National Carnival Committee for my contributions to the advancement of our arts and culture. Admittedly, to win crowns require the collective talents of committed and driven creatives, for no single individual could achieve such enormous feats. It is therefore with humility and pride that I accept this award on behalf of the many pageant team members, sponsors, supporters, friends, and my ever-supportive family. I must also include the team leaders who made me who I am today. Her Excellency Jacinth Henry Martin, Miss Prudence France, Queen Singing Jackie, Laurazine Williams, Dr. Levita Thomas, the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. They pushed me to my limit. Performing on stage got me the crowns, but most importantly, it got me entry to university. My migration to CAISO was born really from sheer curiosity and my belief that somehow a CAISO voice resided inside of Queenie G. Thanks to Wingrove Hicks, Williams, the Grandmasters Fraternity, my arrangers, writers, and the many fans for sticking with me. I believe that God is my master and my guide. So let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and give glory to our Father in heaven. That's my minute. Thank you very much. May God bless you and keep you. Happy Carnival. Happy Christmas. Blessings, everyone.
And to you as well. Thank you so much. And thank you, Miss Hazel Webster. Patricia Scarrett, talented teen, 1979-1980. She won the regional pageant, Hainesmith, Miss Caribbean Talented Teen, in 1980. Here now is Patricia Skerritt Wilkinson's acceptance speech.
It was 42 years ago that I proudly represented St. Kitts in the Hainesmith Caribbean Talented Teen Competition. As a young teenager, the exposure was priceless, and the preparation and competition gave me self-confidence and courage, which I was able to trust and rely on when I went to college a few years later. I thank the National Carnival Committee for honoring my humble contribution to our National Carnival, a celebration of culture and history that continues to mature and has evolved into one of the best carnivals in the Caribbean. As I accept the Scepter Award, I am pleased and very pleased to remember my father, Walsey Skerritt, who was a musician of note, a career civil servant and former member of the Carnival Committee, and also to remember all of the hard-working and talented people who may not have won a competition, but steadfastly contributed their time and talents to the growth and development of our national carnival for many, many years.
Carla Johnson, 1990-1991. First National Carnival Queen to win Miss OECS pageant held in Dominica. We accept this award on her behalf. From 1980 onwards, to reduce the duplication of resources, both islands of St. Kitts and Nevis participated in a centralized series of National Carnival events. Hazel Glassford, 1992-1993, was the first Nevision to be crowned National Carnival Queen in this format.
Greetings, I am Hazel Glassford, Miss St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival Queen, 1992-93. It is with a deep sense of pride and appreciation that I accept this award as the first and only division to hold this prestigious title. I am elated yet humbled. This is so incredible. I never thought this would happen. It is such an honor. I would like to thank the chairperson, Ms. Shannon Harley, and her hard-working committee. All praises to the Almighty. Without him, nothing would have been possible. To my sponsor, St. Kitts-Nevis National Bank, thank you. My chaperone, the lovely Miss Heather Perkins, who believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. My mom, Agnes Glassford, my biggest cheerleader, I love you. My dress maker, Janet Warner out of Nevis. My costume builder designer, Calvin Tobias out of St. Kitts. My hairstylist, Amoy Beard, I appreciate you. My fellow contestants, you guys were the best. To all of the persons in St. Kitts who accommodated us prior to showtime, thank you. To the Culturama Committee and Hazel Nyerson, thanks for your involvement. To the Carnival Committee of 1992, thank you. I must highlight one person in particular, the late Aurelie Buchanan Lamb, who has been a great inspiration to me. I will forever hold you in my heart. Rest in peace. To all of my family, friends, fans, well-wishers, and everyone who was a part of my success journey, thank you.
We continue with Royal Scepter. Nicole Gums, 2000-2001, won Miss Caribbean Tourism and Miss JC's Caribbean in the same year. Nicole, how do you feel?
Hi everyone, I'm Nicole, your Royal Scepter Award holder. Thank you to the National Carnival Committee. It is indeed quite an honor, and it came to me as such a sweet surprise. I am more than appreciative of the thought. This was as a result of being your former national queen some many moons ago. And during my reign, I was fortunate enough to capture a few regional titles, namely Miss JC's and Miss HTA respectively. It was a great experience and I am so thankful of the opportunity to serve you as my fellow citizens. I'd like to take this opportunity though to also thank my chaperone, Mrs. Colleen Henry Morton. She was with me from the beginning, from Bastia High School, all the way up to Talented Teen, to the National Queen Pageant and beyond. So thank you. Thank you to my friends, thank you to my family and my supporters who were there with me along this beautiful journey. To the former queens, you rock. To the queens that will come after, you will rock. Thank you once again. Everyone be safe. Have a joyous and prosperous 2022 and beyond. And much love and much peace.
Thank you, Nicole. In 2007-2008, Maurice Roberts wore the crown for the National Carnival Queen. She is the first National Carnival Queen to win Miss Caribbean Culture, and that was in 2008. Maurice Roberts Bankassi gives us her thoughts.
Hello, my name is Maurice Roberts Bankassi, and I am honored to be among the awardees in this evening's red carpet affair. Being the first Miss Kitts-Nevis National Carnival Queen to attain the title Miss Caribbean Culture is something to celebrate. I'm grateful to the Carnival Committee for honoring me this evening, and I'm forever indebted to those who supported me many years ago when I decided to embark on the pageantry journey. Heartfelt thanks to my chaperone, Vicky Spikeren, my trainer Otis, and CDT instructors who equipped me to rock the stage.
Yes, do give her a round of applause. Give them all a round of applause and continue to do this as we go through this inaugural Sugar Mass Awards. Ian Tavian Cooley was crowned in Carnival, National Carnival 2010-2011. She's the first National Carnival Queen to win 2 major regional pageant crowns in 1 year. These, Miss Caraval and Miss JC's Caribbean, both in 2011. This must be a thrill for you, Ian Tavian.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ian Tavian Queely, former National Carnival Queen, former Miss Caraval, and former Miss JC's Caribbean. I humbly accept this evening's Royal Scepter Award for my contribution to Sugar Mass, to the St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival through the avenue of pageantry, having won both regional pageants in the same pageant year. I'd like to dedicate my award to my 2 beautiful children, Music and Victory, and to every young person in St. Kitts and Nevis who is dreaming of being in the performing arts. Thank you so much to the National Carnival Committee for this Royal Scepter Award.
We now bring the category of Royal Scepter to a close. Our queens have done St. Kitts and Nevis quite proud. We will continue to celebrate their achievements in the following SMAs. We take a pause to reflect on those who have made their mark on our national carnival, but who have sadly transitioned on to the great beyond. Their impact is still felt, however, so it is indeed appropriate to honor their memory at this juncture in these, our Sugar Mass Awards. Now, through display on the screen behind me, we present our SMAs in memoriam segment. We are dedicating this segment to the memory of Mr. Basil Henderson, who first started Carnival in 1957 and Mr. Eldred Jenkins, the first National Carnival Chair, 1971. Dedicating, remember, this is not the last awards. Successive ones will be held and we will honor others. Gone but not forgotten, we just paid homage to those who have passed but left their mark in various areas of National Carnival. We continue with the next category of sweet strings. Here we recognize bands and individuals for their excellence in music and the promotion of National Carnival. We call Robertine Webb, Director of the Creative Economy, to bestow these awards. Grandmasters Band has been in existence since 1986 under the leadership of Wingrove Hicks Williams. As a soca band, they have provided much to dance to on the road for our National Carnival, winning at least 8 road match titles. Where Calypso is concerned, their proud sound tent nurtures many a Calypsonian, taking a good majority of those in their tent to the senior Calypso finals. Their horn section makes them the standout band time and time again. With a strong soca following called GM Addicts, they have declared that they intend to take Carnival 51 by storm. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wingrove Hicks Williams.
I received this prestigious award from the Carnival Committee with great pleasure. On behalf of the entire Grandmasters fraternity, the road crew, the movers, the fans, the well-wishers, and the many band members throughout the entire Grandmaster's life. I say thank you, and I look forward to a happy and prosperous Carnival 22.
The New Vibes Band was born in 1987. Mr. Mention joined this New Vibes Band International in 1989, 2 years after the band's inception. He performed the roles of lead singer, songwriter, and arranger. The band's repertoire includes genres such as Calypso, dancehall, soca, reggae, jazz, and R&B. It has consistently utilized and blended traditional Caribbean rhythms with popular beats of Caribbean music to produce a special sound that is the band's hallmark, winning at least 4 road match titles, but the Sugarheads would argue they won more. Mr. Mention, Gregory, do come forward to accept this award in the category of Sweet Strings for your contribution to music excellence.
Good night, one and all. Ringo just carried me backstage and took my speech. So, we're on the fly. I'd like to accept this award on behalf of all the band players over the history and the course of the band's career. To the fans and all the supporters over the years. And we look forward to Sugar Mass 51. We celebrate as one. Thank you.
Awesome speech. Awesome. Tonight we show you love and honor you. You are our beloved steel pan maker, tuner, player, and teacher. Melvin Hewlett has been involved in Carnival before National Carnival in 1971. His pan playing is exceptional, which contributed greatly in the Coca-Cola Coronets pan group winning the first Panorama competition in 1971. He has been playing for over 55 years. All the experience gathered over the years, he has passed on to hundreds of youths, including myself, leading many a youth pan group to victory in Panorama competitions. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, it is our pleasure to welcome Melvin Melly Hewlett as we present to him this Sweet Strings Award as part of Sugar Mass Awards.
Good evening. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Carnival Committee for this prestigious award. And it looks like things are gonna be shaping up for the carnival, to be the best carnival ever held in St. Kitts. Yes. So, thank you.
Thank you too, Mr. Hewlett. We've come to the end of the Sweet Strings category for this installment of the SMAs. However, more will be honored in next year's ceremony and beyond. Thank you, Robertine Webb. Our brand of Calypso has offered much entertainment and much debate over the years. We have a wonderful history ready to unfold before you, behind me. Calypso monarchs over the years. Spirit of Carnival is our next set category. Here, we honor individuals and entities who have demonstrated excellence, consistency, and longevity in the growth and development of our national carnival in specific areas. We invite the Lady of the Hour, the Chair of National Carnival, Shannon Hawley, to present the awards for this category. Spirit of Carnival, Calypso. We start off with Sweeney, who was instrumental in the inaugural Junior Calypso Monarch of 1973, Dr. Irvine Sweeney.
Thank you, Carnival lovers. Thank you, National Carnival Committee. At the age of 18, I entered the Calypso arena as a young teacher because of my love for Calypso and because I saw Calypso as a catalyst for change and the voice of the people. I could not believe that in 15 national Calypso finals, I would have enjoyed the level of success, nor afforded the opportunity to introduce the National Youth Calypso as a carnival event. So today, on behalf of all youth Calypsonians and the many fans who supported me over the years, I gladly accept this Sugar Mass Award. Long live National Carnival, long live Sugar Mass. Enjoy the carnival.
Thank you, King Sweeney. Make the way clear for this Calypsonian who won the Junior Calypso Monarch during National Carnival 1974-75. He then moved up the Calypso ladder to win the Senior Calypso Monarch crown in 1977. He then hit the road, winning the road match title in 1981, and again the Senior Calypso Monarch crown in 1987. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! As we shout, dance, and sing to the offering of this great Calypsonian, Walston Shield, also known as? He has had an illustrious career, contributing some good classics. We invite his daughter, Chantal Shield, to accept the award on his behalf. Carnival is mass of class. Sugar City, hooray, mass. I love that song. Ayo, ayo.
Good evening. I would like to thank the Carnival Committee on behalf of my dad, Walston Shield, aka Stashio. Thank you.
He has been competing since 1981 in the Calypso arena, winning the Senior Monarch crown 6 times in 1988, 89, 2000, 2004, 2009, and 2019. He also won the Leeward Island Calypso competition, demonstrating that he could beat the best of them all from across the region. This son of the soil is a prolific songwriter, having written for a myriad of Calypsonians of all ages and gender. To date, he has written approximately 800 Calypsos. Me mothers. That's a whole heap. He also plays a crucial role offstage as the leader of the Legends Calypso tent for the past 22 years, which in itself is a labor of love, for it isn't easy. King Socrates, it is our honor to recognize your stellar contributions to Calypso as part, are we National Carnival? For those of you who speak standard English, our National Carnival.
Good evening to everyone. It is certainly an honor to be receiving this award, and I want to thank the Carnival Committee and the organizers of this award ceremony for the consideration. I want to say congratulations to all my fellow awardees and those who are recipients of this award for this year and those to come. I want to see this as an inspiration, a means of encouragement to the many, many younger creatives out there who are watching via the internet stream, inspired by this event, because this is what many of us would like to know, where I've achieved something. This is a testament. And I want to thank the Carnival Committee for putting this together as a means of inspiration for the generation next. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Thank you to you as well. We look forward to the Calypso 801. The next awardee was one of the first juniors to compete when the Junior Calypso competition was launched in 1973. 3 years later, in 1976, he was crowned Junior Calypso Monarch. There are few Calypsonians currently who command the performing circle like he does. He doesn't tiptoe into his performance, but rather he kicks the door down. He's a former Best of the Rest Monarch and a repeat finalist in the Senior Calypso Monarch. Only in St. Christopher would you find a Calypsonian this energetic on stage. We present and accept on his behalf the Spirit of Carnival Award to Daven Liebert, also known as? That's right. He is on the cusp of celebrating his 50th year in Calypso come 2023. I must say I'm sorry he isn't here. I thoroughly enjoyed his barbecue chicken that he used to sell outside junior high when I was a high school student there. Y'all remember? Anyone here remembers? Yeah, man, a Calypsonian and a chef too. Yeah, barbecue chicken back, yes. Need to bring it back. This man from Brown Hill started competing in the National Carnival Senior Calypso Monarch in 2008. Just 6 years later, he took the crown for his first time. Then he two-peated in 2015. Dethroned the following year, it's as if he said, "Man, taking that," and regained his title of Senior Calypso Monarch in 2021. Let us all applaud from our sister island of Nevis. Who am I speaking of? King Astro, Oscar Brown.
Good evening, good evening. This is a really special moment. This is why I work so hard. Long after the money is gone, this is what I treasure. I want to say a very special thank you to my wife who has supported me through this journey. To my rest of my family and fans, thanks to God. And I must say a very special thank you to Creighton Crusader Pension, Abonati Liebert, who have been on this journey with me from since I started way back when. Thank you, National Carnival. Praises be to God. We have a fine Sugar Mass 51. God bless.
This powerhouse is being honored for her record 5 wins in the female Calypso arena, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2010, and 2011. She doesn't stop there, for she has been a top 3 placer in the Senior Calypso Monarch 4 times. Who am I referring to? None other than Queen Anastasia Tanisha Hodge. Tonight we accept this award on her behalf. This fellow national started in the Junior Calypso Monarch in its 2nd year in 1974. The following year, in 1979, this person returned, placing first runner-up. As the years progressed, she was a consistent finalist in the Junior Calypso Monarch because in the 1970s, eliminations was a commonplace for the Junior Calypso competition. Having made it to the finals, she placed multiple times in the process. In 2002, 2004, 2008, and 2009, she took the female Calypso crowns and has been a top 3 placer in the Senior Calypso Monarch. Let us celebrate singing. Now you say it. Jacqueline Leader for her longevity and excellence in this category, Spirit of Carnival Calypso.
Pleasant good evening, everyone. It's indeed a pleasure to be here. Yes, I've been around a long time. I've seen them come, and I see them go. And I first want to thank the Almighty for keeping me, as you can see, young. And I want to, thank my family, especially my husband, Maurice Leader, who many of you would not know. It's because of him why I'm still doing this thing. Because even though I'm not residing here fully as yet, he is the one who gets the music to Grandmasters, my band, of course. Mention Don't Feel Anyway, I love you all too. And get the rehearsal going. And it has not been a bed of roses, but I indeed really love the art form. And as a result, I continue doing it year after year. If I go to tell you all the story, we will not finish tonight. Because the fun fact is, as Miss Gloria Esdale has said, I was involved in the teen talent, and I nurtured quite a number of the Sandy Point High School senior students. I also took part in those days when Junior Carnival was a must in the schools. And a lady by the name of Miss Bradshaw, Laurel Bradshaw, we would stay up nights putting costumes together for those students. And so I am Miss Carnival. The only thing I haven't done was to go on the road. And as I said in one song, the skin bikini and beads, I can't do it. And so I enjoy them from afar. And I know from what I've seen this year, it is not skin bikini and beads, it's string bikini and beads. So I would like to thank all of you who came out tonight, to show your support, and to thank the Carnival Committee, all the chairpersons over the years who have encouraged us to continue year after year to come out and do it. So all I'm going to say to you, see me in Carnival Village this year. And a little taste. Asking people, hold yourself accountable. Chew on that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Continuing, Spirit Calypso. Starting in the junior category of the Calypso competition, this individual took the crown back to back in 1996, 97, 1997, 98. He holds the record for winning the National Senior Monarch title 4 times in succession: 2005, 2006, 2007, and 2008. Then adding 2011 and 12, making his overall senior Calypso crown count 6. Who am I speaking of? King Congress. This inventive Calypsonian we honor in this category, Spirit of Carnival, Calypso. However, he is no stranger to road march nor soca monarch.
Greetings, everyone. It gives me great honor to accept the Spirit of Carnival Award for Calypso. As you would know, over the years, I've tried my very best to make a valiant contribution to the art form, and so it warms my heart this evening to be able to accept this award. As you would realize, I'm not there in person as I'm away on national duty, but please know that I'm there with you in spirit. And I look forward to, over the coming years, to continue my own contribution to this wonderful art form of Calypso. I hope you have a wonderful evening. God bless, and thank you so very much.
Accepting on his behalf, we invite Mrs. Shamara Maynard. I wonder if he would ever return. What do you think? Anything is possible. Getting his young, ambitious feet wet in Junior Calypso, this Calypsonian honed his craft, winning the Junior Calypso Monarch crown 4 times in 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2002, 2003, 2003, 2004. He didn't stop there. He ventured into soca, taking the Power Soca crown in 2011-12 as well as 2013-14. He accomplished a major feat during National Carnival 2012-2013, winning the Power and Soca Monarch crowns. Calypso Monarch crowns. Your participation has some historic moments, no doubt. Take a bow, mighty takeover, Mr. Oren Roberts, as you step forward to collect your award for your outstanding achievements in this category, Spirit of Carnival Calypso and Soca.
Good night to everyone. I heard you mention Calypso, so I suppose that's supposed to be in the making sometime in the future. So I'll speak that one into being. First of all, it is indeed an honor to accept this award. I cannot take credit for it. I'd have to, of course, thank Almighty God. I would like to also thank my family, who are my greatest support, also my greatest critics. In my early years, I would also like to thank my writers, Bernard and Jasmine Welsh. Of course, I took over after that. And I also like to thank my producers and the band members, Mr. Abernathy Liebert for co-producing Insane for Soca Monarch, as well as the Groovy and Power for 2012, and Wingrove as the band leader for Grandmasters. In closing, I would just like to thank the Carnival Committee, congratulate all other awardees, and wish a huge success to Sugar Mass 51. Thank you.
Just to reiterate and correct, in National Carnival 2012-2013, he won the Power Soca and the Groovy Monarch crowns. 2 of them, 1 night. Very powerful person. They keep the show going as best as possible to schedule while keeping the audience engaged. It's a massive skill possessed by a few in this world. I am talking about being a master of ceremony. This person was a hilarious MC at Calypso tents and competitions, so I hear because I wasn't there. A crowd favorite when he would switch from English into Spanish, leaving the audience in stitches at his bilingual attempt. This national was also a witty Calypsonian, with Rampak and Okeden being his well-regarded Calypsos. Reuben Nathaniel We applaud you for the pivotal role you played time and time again for our national carnival. Do you remember his stage name? Turkey what? Turkey Digon, accepting on his behalf see people reminiscing in the audience. I wish I was there. They're twins, aren't they? They look just alike.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, then.
It seems like I got a powerful voice still. Yeah, this is Turkey. They're going to always sing Orchid and Rampack. So I can tell you, so, but God still got me alive. Yeah. But I thanks the Carnival committee for this. And Jehovah God, you help us too. I will come back again and sing one time I feel a little better. And have a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. From Turkey, the gun.
Hasta luego, mi amigo. Isn't this moment wonderful? It is. Thank you, Shannon Hawley, and the members of our National Carnival Committee for bringing these awards to us. You're still going to remain here with me, Shannon. We got some more to go. Spirit of Carnival Road Match. Do you know who has the most road match titles? Well, I don't need to be here then. Right? I know everything. Do you know how many titles they have won for road match? No, I'm not hearing it. No? Not yet. Small Axe Band has won the road match title a record-breaking 12 times, providing sweet, pulsating, irresistible rhythms through the streets of the nation. Who is the Dan? Small Axe Band, of course. We look forward to jamming with you for Carnival 51. Accepting on their behalf is E.K. Flanders. Okay. Mr. World is here himself to accept the award.
A pleasant good evening to all. I want to say thanks to the Almighty God to have us here. Our fans, dedicated fans. Without the fans, we can't be here. Acknowledge protocol, don't establish, but one big up Sabal, especially big up Sabal. Because this year Carnival is not going to be normal. It's going to be big, 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 big. And this award, I'm going to accept it on behalf of Van Dyke Sullivan. He paved the way for me. So I'm going to go on and on and on. And this year, Smallest Band, we're going to take the place by storm. So this award, it's just, you know, we don't take it just like that. We're going to take Carnival to a different stage, different age. Big up all the fans, to everybody. Thanks and thanks and thanks and thanks. Respect.
Our next awardee, herself, a record breaker, winning the female crown, winning the juniors crown, and twice crowned what? National Senior Monarch. I speak of the eloquent, the commanding, the one with their powerhouse voice as well. Carissa Willett, Miss Independent. We honor you now in this segment, Spirit of Carnival, Calypso.
Good evening to everyone. First, I would like to give God thanks and also like to thank the Carnival Committee, both past and present, giving a special shout out to Miss Shannon Harley and also to Miss Sonoa Mills. I would like to give thanks to those who came before me, Queen Kibi, Queen Jackie, Queen Anastasia, Queen Queenie G, and so many other Calypsonians like Jenny, who has been now singing Calypso for 40 years. Tell them thank you for paving the way for a young junior like me. When I won the National Carnival Monarch, I was 25 years of age. This is my 5th year competing in the National Carnival Monarch. I would like to give thanks to Mr. Croydon Pension and Mr. Gary Knight for giving me the tools to create such beautiful pieces. I would also like to thank Mr. Clifford Isaac, Mr. Oren Roberts, Mr. Funk Gums, and Mr. Corey Tyson for continuously giving me amazing arrangements and production of my music. Thank you to my hard-working team, Mr. Azim Bailey, Mr. M.J. Byron, Miss Jessica Jeffords, and Mr. Shanrai Caesar for continuously giving me support, my sponsors, the Honorable Mark Brantley, the Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, Mr. Ashley Allers, and Mr. Glenville Rogers. Again, I would like to say thank you for this award, and I would like to make sure that all junior Calypsonians or female Calypsonians know that it is possible to reach to where I am, as long as you believe and continue and continue and continue and continue. Thank you very much.
And we look forward to your showing this year for our 51st National Carnival. Let's turn our attention smoothly from the past to the present with Teron Invincible Webb. He is the reigning junior Calypso Monarch who has won the title a record 5 times. The only person to do this in our over 50-year history. And if the past is anything to go by, he stands a chance at making his mark at the National Carnival Senior Calypso Monarch. Let's recognize you now, Teron Invincible Webb.
Good evening, everybody. I want to thank the Carnival Committee for blessing me with this award and for allowing for me to showcase my talent. Thank you.
So, Teron, you think you could do a number 6? You think you could make it 6? You're going to try. That's all we ask you to do. Spirit of Carnival music writing. This musician honed his craft at all the wind instruments as a member of the Defense Force Band as a teenager. He eventually joined the band group Impressions in 1971 and subsequently became an original member of the illustrious Elimat and the GI's Brass. He began his career as an arranger and producer in 1984, along with songwriting or assisting in the songwriting area for Calypsonians and band members. One notable song that he assisted in writing, One Shot Man, You're a... Come, let's go. Children. Hi, okay then. Here it is. Don't let him get away. Down the avenue, people down there. One shot man. One shot man. You see the joy you bring into us, sir? He has written songs for Gregory Gums, Don Longford, and Curtly Shabo Hodge, just to name a few. He was the leader of the GI's Brass International, now the founder and leader of which band? The Grand Masters Band. The one, the only, Wingrove Hicks Williams, back again to receive this Spirit of Carnival Award for music writing. Music and songwriting.
Our host, you know my Lady Sunshine. You reminded me tonight. I shouldn't even say reminded me, you educated me when you disclosed that in 1971, 4th of November, the Carnival Act was passed. 4th of November is my birthday, fortunately. Perhaps that's why I'm still here and still around Carnival for this length of time. Perhaps as well, I might be here for the next 51 years.
How much ever you want.
Right?
Yes, sir.
That's what, 51 and 51? 102?
Anything possible?
It just may be possible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you again to the Carnival Committee. Thanks to all the Carnival lovers, revelers, fans, and we look forward to a splendid 51 Carnival. Thank you.
We want Grandmasters for this year. We want to jump up now with the Wailers. That was my first Juve. Okay. We turn now to Spirit of Carnival Grand Parade. As a reveler, then later a mass band organizer, this national has contributed to National Carnival for over 20 years. This fun-loving individual started out for Grand Parade as fun makers, then transitioned into Fun Vibes. His band and others have already released for National Carnival Grand Parade, and I'm sure he is set to be a reveler and provide an unforgettable experience for his revelers. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak of Ashley Allers. We are honored to present this award, Spirit of Carnival Grand Parade. Thank you so much for your years of contribution, organizing Fun Makers and Fun Vibes.
Good evening, everyone. I am extremely grateful and honored this evening in receiving this award. Thank you very much.
You could, look, Ashley, really? Thank you so much for your contribution. Spirit of Carnival Juve. It would be extremely remiss of us not to note this individual for his contribution to the euphoric experience of Juve as a road DJ, then a Juve troupe organizer for over 20 years. Their presence has been highly anticipated, guaranteed to give you a cool, safe, and enjoyable jam with family and friends from dawn. The extreme Juve troop organizer must be commended for his consistent showing, winning Best Juve Troop repeatedly for our national carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, do applaud his arrival. Ronnie Rascal Davis is our next awardee for Spirit of Carnival Juve.
Good evening, good evening. I don't have much words. I don't talk much. Okay, I'd like to thank the Almighty for sure, and all of my fans, the supporters, the sponsors, especially without them we can't do it. And of course, the Carnival Committee, Shannon, good job, good work. And of course, this one is for Bigger, my good friend, my brother, somewhere in heaven, making people laugh. Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you and your band on the road. Carnival 51. We now go to Spirit of Carnival, Folklore. Look, this person's presence does what Moses did to the Red Sea. What we call bomb on St. Kitts do to the people who let them off. Pat, scatter, or run. That's what children do, even grown adults. When he touched down, it's mass hysteria. Since the inception of National Carnival in 1971, he's been going whoop, whoop, as Mansion Bull. Lionel Gums, we love you. Nobody can wind their waist like a you. You have played your part in the preservation of our culture. Mansion Bull is original. It tells a powerful story of our creativity, our script writing skills, our acting abilities, and our playfulness as Kittitians and Nevisians. We took a real and traumatic occurrence and turned it into entertainment. Now, Mansion Bull is a cornerstone of our folklore. We just had. We is the hardest had as a people. Come forward. Let us celebrate you, Lionel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank the Carnival Committee so much for this. I didn't expect this. I'm looking for her hand. Thank you very much.
Another 30 years in those feet. Easily. I know, don't you run when you see him coming your way? I don't take him for joker. Not at all. And I don't, what? He's something else. A lot of energy. Spirit of Carnival costume building. His costume building skills took center stage in countless junior carnival and grand parade processions. Let's not forget various pageants throughout the 1970s and 80s. When asked to describe his art form, many an onlooker simply said, his work took our breaths away. He is further described as being exceptional at costume construction. Joe Simmons, the world today has much more gadgets, materials, and so on now in comparison to the 1970s and 80s. When you return to costume building, you will create havoc. Until then, do come forward. Let us pay tribute to you and your God-given gift through awarding you with the Spirit of Carnival Award, Costume Building.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night. Receiving this award is a testament that good work is rewarded. It is my pleasure to accept the award, and it is even a greater honor to be remembered and acknowledged as a contributor to the spirit and growth and development of National Carnival. In accepting this award, I must pay tribute to the people who saw my abilities and gave me support and encouragement, which resulted in me winning Best Costume for several consecutive years. Thank you very much.
He has been making his mark on National Carnival for 20 years through Junior Carnival, Grand Parade for Calypso and Soca artists, Queen contestant, talented teens, and more. In 2006, he sought to apply what he has done for others to himself by bending wire to make costumes for his own Grand Parade troupe. 16 years ago, the Banker Mass Troupe came into being, creating his own Grand Parade troupe. In no way an easy feat. So it is our delight to bestow this award on you for all those sleepless nights and tense moments that is synonymous with putting out a Grand Parade troupe. Mr. Kishan Banker Walwyn, we appreciate you greatly. We present the Spirit of Carnival Award for Costume Building. Ooh, you look nice.
Good evening. I'd just like to thank everybody for having me and for instilling their confidence in me over the years, and I will surely continue to do good. Thank you.
Awesome. We're grateful for your contribution. Spirit of Carnival, Juve, individual mass. You can't lose with this next awardee. For almost 15 years, he has provided a serious spectacle on the road for Juve individual mass. 1 year, he's Star Baby, the next Mr. Salesman, the next The Mummy, and more. Known affectionately as Win, Mr. Winston Collins. It is our pleasure to present to you this Spirit of Carnival Juve Individual Mass Award. We would love to see you make an appearance for Juve 51.
Pleasant night to everybody. Night again, I think I was a little too far from the mic, so I'll repeat. I'm glad to know that I'm here and I accept this award. Never expected, being played for many years. Think of few people here know me well. Even get a chance to perform with Sakrati on stage when I came out with Accident Victim, when he sang Kill on the Road. Also perform with Elimat, get a chance. And I'm sorry, Monarch get in some little trouble when I played Dr. Woody. He came to borrow the tool and he get caught up. I think they say he came last, so he had to happen to him. Bobby warned him, but he decided he going. But then I continue my journey. I came out with Mr. Salesman and others, and I came out with one that was very spectacular. And this one, I don't know if you all could see it, was Mr. Caribbeus, dressed in a full suit of all Carib stoppers. And continue from there. And all in all, I will say thanks again for this award, which I didn't expect it. And Miss Hallie, I could say, God bless her. She have done a great job. And I would like everybody now to give a round of applause for me, please. Thank you very much. God bless everybody. Enjoy Carnival.
Though we ain't pitch members in school, I was somehow aware of this man's presence. That's how larger than life he is. I consider him not Marshall Montana, the original Mr. Fett. From afar, I would see him and think, does he ever have a bad day? Because he was always in a jovial, ready to entertain and be the center of attention mode. Look, Juve isn't Juve unless he is heading up 4th Street in his many witty individual Juve portrayals. He has been playing mass since Carnival came to our shores in 1957. So he was well placed to organize his own 13-year standing parade troupe called Express Yourself, which ran from 1982 until 1995. Since the inception of National Carnival, he has put his shoulder to the wheel, making his varied contributions, himself an avid clown troupe performer. Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to receive his award, Mr. Fett himself, the life of the party. Anybody's guess? Mr. Stacey Hobson. We present this award, Spirit of Carnival, all street activities.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is really nice to receive something for what you love to do. I mean, I've been playing Mars since I was 7 years old. And it would be remiss of me not to mention that my dad and Janice, the late Janice Reynolds, encouraged me to continue. And like I told my wife, I'm going to be playing Mars until I'm 99. That's when I'm going to retire, so I'll bring her downtown when I'm 100 years old. Thank you.
This concludes the Spirit of Carnival Awards. If you ever wondered if your contributions are appreciated, you know now for sure they are. Congratulations to you all, the Spirit of Carnival awardees. Thank you, Shannon, for aiding in the distribution of the Spirit of Carnival Awards. We go now to another segment, the Golden Standard. We call on Minister Samuel Duggins to join me on stage to present this category's award. Here we recognize individuals who have rendered meritorious service to National Carnival on a continual basis throughout his or her lifetime at various levels. She was a member of the Carnival Committee of 1957. She continued the volunteering of her time by sitting on the subcommittee that organized the first Calypso competition for that installment of Carnival. She assisted in any way possible, with her forte being parade and pageantry. She continued after Carnival was nationalized, giving major support to masquerade troupes and pageant contestants, as she herself chaperoned Hazel Brooks in the 1971 National Carnival Queen pageant. Over the years, she even contributed gifts for various competitions. And today, she can still be called on for guidance. My fellow nationals, do join me in standing to salute this 93 years young Miss Agnes Skerritt. She looks better than all of us, eh? Mm-hmm.
Receiving an award is not only make you happy, but it's a warm, fuzzy feeling, tinged with pride, which should be tempered with humility. Nobody wins one of these things unless there are other people to work with you and alongside you and people that you could work for as well. I thank everybody for this tonight, and I feel so honored and so humble. Thank you.
What about Basil Henderson? Basil Henderson.
My daughter is just remembering that I was to start out saying all this because of Basil Henderson, who found me in 1957 and made me one of his queen bees. Thank you.
Thank you too, Agnes Skerritt. We appreciate your contributions and are grateful that you could make it this evening. Thank you for taking the time to be with us. We appreciate and love you. What a night. Like him, musicians of his era, I am in absolute awe of. Many were self-taught musicians who crafted their instrument of choice out of tin cans, boxes, bottles, sticks, twine, and the like, until they could get their hands on the real deal. And mind you, the intensity and passion didn't change from the amateur instrument to the more refined one, because the passion was in their spirit, not in the instrument. Teacher, teacher, come go home. You don't want to miss out on Sugar City jamming down 4th Street, you know. It's joke they're making, man. Me gusta think it's more than cook up. That's one thing that's true about me, you know, my Allen. Crowned a record 10 times as the senior Calypso monarch, multiple times winning the Road March title. A musical genius and ambassador par excellence. He has demonstrated exceptional skills at production, music, and songwriting. We can literally go on and on about him and his accolades. Though he is retired from competition, he is active in promoting the Federation's music through his many interviews and his recently published autobiography. Return to celebrate the great Elston King Elimat Nero. Glenroy Blanchett will accept on his behalf.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Elston Sinclair Nero, King Elimat, I am deeply honored to accept this award on his behalf. You know, you said it beautifully. King Elimat was born to Italia, Trifina Nero and Daniel Macho under the breadfruit tree in Newtown. He was a child prodigy, a musical genius in the superlative. This maestro had St. Kitts-Nevis and continues to have St. Kitts-Nevis at his heart. He has been an ambassador for our nation all these years. He taught himself to play the steel pan at age 8, played in his first electronic bass band at age 11, and led the renowned Elimat and the GI's brass at age 18. As was said, he has won the Calypso crown 10 times, the Road March crown 7 times. He has been the only Calypsonian to have won both the Calypso crown and the Road March crown in the same year, 3 times. He has done that. He has taken our music throughout the 4 corners of the world. And everywhere he goes, he wears St. Kitts-Nevis on his sleeve. Unfortunately, his health condition slowed him down but did not stop him. He continues to produce music, continues to promote his island. And so, Elimat would like to thank the Carnival Committee for this signal honor, and he dedicates this award to his parents, to his family and friends, his children, and most importantly, to all the fans who have supported him and the musicians who have played alongside him over the years. He's eternally grateful for this recognition, and he continues to hold the people of St. Kitts-Nevis dear to his heart. He wants to come home. Thank you once again for recognizing our music maestro, the genius, King Elimat.
And we thank you, Glenroy Blanchett, for working with him to write his autobiography, which we should all make a must to read, to purchase, and to read. Affectionately known as the voice of Carnival in the years following the start of our national event. Her contributions include broadcasting, hosting, training, judging, sitting on a few Carnival subcommittees, including the National Queen Pageant, for the regional promotion of our national event, and assisting with the sourcing of sponsorship. And believe you me, which local business would dare say no to this celebrity? Absolutely none. They didn't stand a chance, for she is convincing and relentless. Let's pass the mic to Miss Claudette Polly Manchester. We salute your over 45 years of passionate work for our national carnival.
Thank you, Lady Sunshine. I'm using my script tonight because that's what I do so much for National Carnival. To the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, I give all the thanks and praise. For tonight, this is a humbling experience. Some 50 years ago, I sat at the footstool of trailblazer businesswoman Mrs. Agnes Carrot on the NCC Queen Show subcommittee, during which she shared her time and wisdom, and I will always be indebted to her for what I learned under her wings. What an honor it is tonight to share the same stage with her and in the same category, 50 years, a half a century later. I've also worked under Chairman, Mr. Elder Jenkins, and later under Mr. Sidney Osborne, who is also here tonight, and also under Mr. Alistair Williams, here tonight. My gratitude to the National Carnival Committee for this Sugar Mass Award, the Golden Standard, in recognition of my contribution in several spheres of this cultural expression and explosion, most of which were promoted and covered by the then lone broadcasting service, ZIZ Radio and Television, where I worked for some 3 decades. I acknowledge posthumously the guidance and encouragement of my parents, the highly philosophical Lofton Manchester, and the devout Christian Mrs. Iris Nisbet Manchester, who brought that balance in my life's journey. To my siblings, Cuthbert, Panis of blessed memory, Donna and Mildred, my sincere appreciation for being here. And tonight, Millie's here representing the entire family. And now, my crowning glory, in the superlative degree, my dearest daughter, Dion Nolise Manchester, who has given me the greatest sense of purpose and the impetus to keep on striving, accomplishing, and conquering with truth and integrity. Didi, this one's for you. Love and blessings to all my dear friends and supporters and followers who sometimes meet me on the road and said, I knew you when I was small, you were reading news on television. It's such flattery when they say, and you look good still. I've always had a passion for using my God-given voice and to use it on the roads for Carnival with that long parade from Wigley Avenue to downtown Bastia. Every morning for Juve, well, every Juve morning, we set up, and we have to give thanks to the technical crew who would make sure that our voices are heard loud and clear. To monitor all that's going on, and I think what I really loved was the Queen shows. I sat here this evening, pure nostalgia. When I look at all those girls who I stood giving commentary for their bat suits, their creative wear, their evening gowns, helping them through their interviews and their question, what a memory. And I want to thank all of the Carnival chairpersons for giving me that honor to do so. So, as I leave tonight with a grateful heart, let us all live in harmony for the good of our country. Let's work together and make this carnival one of the best ever. Shalom.
Thank you so much. Love that voice. It takes me back as well, listening to the various national pageants on ZIZ radio, because of course I was too young to go to at times. This larger-than-life awardee served at various levels of National Carnival, including pageantry, sponsorship, administration, and has made notable donations of prizes, gifts, and coronation regalia. He can often be heard from the judging station at pageant competitions, admonishing the host to correctly refer to him as Derek V. Freights. It is your time now, sir. The spotlight is squarely on you, Derek V. Freights. Do permit us to honor your lasting work with the presentation of this Gold Standard Award. We accept this award on his behalf. Another stalwart of National Carnival from its inception. It didn't begin there, however, as he was heavily involved in the 1957 Carnival. This no-nonsense man with a penchant to make you laugh has done it all: judging, training, managing various carnival venues, himself a former chair of National Carnival. And as we heard earlier, a very talented costume builder. He can still be called on for advice or teaching on the history of Carnival. I speak of Stanley Franks Jr., a man for all Carnival areas. Do step forward so we can celebrate you, Mr. Franks, by presenting you with this auspicious award, Golden Standard.
I want to say thanks. Thanks to the National Carnival Committee for making this event tonight possible. In fact, when I came backstage, I was really overtaken when I met Mrs. Skerritt. I started in the carnival business in 1957 when I served on Bassett Henderson's Carnival Committee. With Mrs. Skerritt, I was representing the 4-H movement. And so through the years, I was stuck with the carnival. Up to very recently, I was asked to assist with the making of a costume. I'm moving on in age now, not as young as I used to be, but I'm still making my contribution as an artist to the National Carnival. I will always assist whenever I'm called upon to help to make our carnival bigger, brighter, and look forward to the splendor of carnival for this year. Thank you.
We extend gratitude to you, Minister Duggins. Thank you for your role thus far tonight, as well to our successful and triumphant awardees of the Gold Standard category. We are extremely grateful for your contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 2022 inaugural Sugar Mass Awards, SMAs. Like Sophia of the Golden Girls, one day, someone, somewhere will say, picture it. It was Saturday 12th, November 2022, when we held the first Sugar Mass Awards. The night was bursting with pride. As the curtain closes with this event, an event of this caliber, we must sum up the overall position with concluding remarks to be delivered by someone who will undoubtedly be receiving one of these years an award for the first. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite our National Carnival Chair, Miss Shannon Hawley, a future Sugar Mass awardee, to present closing remarks.
Be long. Good night, everyone. As the National Carnival Committee Chair, I stand before you so proud to be able to witness the committee's vision, to pay tribute to those who have given their very best to St. Kitts-Nevis Carnival over the past 5 decades become a reality. As you've witnessed tonight, many have invested their talent and resources to make Carnival what it is today. And to those awardees, both present and attending virtually, our sincerest thanks and gratitude for paving the way. This award ceremony will become an annual event on the Sugar Mass calendar, as there are so many unsung heroes who have contributed and continue to contribute to Carnival, who are also deserving of every recognition. Sincerest thanks to Onit SKN for organizing this event. Last year, when I approached Julie Martin, Monarch Ogaro, and Alista Williams regarding the mammoth task of assisting with this vision, they all agreed without hesitation. Many sleepless nights, conversations, research, sifting through pieces of information and vague records went into producing this remarkable event, taking us down memory lane. I wish to place on record thanks to the Federal Cabinet and specifically the Minister responsible for Carnival, the Honorable Samuel Duggins, for his day-to-day support of the Executive Committee. Minister Duggins has personally committed to doing everything in his power to ensure that this Carnival is the biggest and sweetest Carnival in recent history. And so far, he has delivered on his promise. To all presenters and our award assistants, the reigning national and swimwear queens, thank you. To our host, Yonoma Allen, thank you for delivering as always. Our protocol team, led by Cecilia Phipps, the St. Kitts-Nevis National Carnival Committee Office, and our administrative team, Hazel, Shirley, and Val, thank you. To our remarkable production team, led by Loftus Bridgewater, SL Stage Lighting, Ariana Events, Pro Video Production, DJ Ronnie Rascal, our photographers, Style Jerk and Jay Black, True Capo for producing the videos that you've witnessed tonight. Thanks to all. To all of our private sector sponsors who have come on board for Sugar Mass 51, including the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, Royal St. Kitts Hotel, National Bank, Republic Bank, Azul Printers, ZIZ Freedom and WinFM, Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate, Carib Brewery St. Kitts Limited, Flow Digicel and The Cable. We cannot produce Carnival without you. Thank you for your continued corporate partnership. To our invited guests, thank you for coming here this evening and supporting the Executive Committee and awardees tonight. We hope that you thoroughly enjoyed tonight, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you at least one event during our upcoming season for Sugar Mass 51, which commences on December 2nd and ends on January 3rd. Let us celebrate as one for Sugar Mass 51. Thank you.
Thank you to you, our in-person audience, and thank you to you watching via the online medium for staying with us to witness a look through the early pages of National Carnival. We must say congratulations to the awardees for your pioneering work, dedication, commitment, demonstration of excellence, and outstanding achievement through the years. As we prepare for next year and beyond, if you know of anyone who should be considered, do send your ideas to sugarmassawards@gmail.com. That is sugarmassawards@gmail.com. If you feel that someone should be considered to be an awardee in the upcoming years, send your suggestions in. We look forward to your contributions. Until we meet again, good night, have a safe and joyous Carnival 51. Those of you here, we invite you to join the Carnival Committee to light bites and drinks beyond those doors.
Caribbean heat wave. No straight here. You ready? Hold a big fat one, boy. Bacchanal, a police girl, say she come out of the force for carnival. She want no man but Byron to go jump and play she mass inside the band. Same time, heat waves passing, she hold me, so let's go walking.